Hi everyone, it's Kerri. We are at Home Goods today. This Home Goods location is in Davenport, Florida. It's in the Posner Park Shopping Center. So just kind of south of the Disney World area, if you can kind of imagine where that might be. We're gonna go in and see what's new. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back everyone. I'm happy that you are all here. We still have plenty of patio furniture in the stores still. I think I've mentioned this a couple times. I think all umbrellas should have the beautiful patterns on the inside like this, because where are we? We're sitting underneath them, enjoying them. We are starting to get a lot of what I'm gonna call kind of college things. I know it seems early to be even thinking or planning that, but I know a lot of kids are starting to plan out their dorms. These are wool dryer balls. So we've got $13 for that glass jar of 6. But I'm noticing a lot of these kind of like little containers, little storage things that might be fun for the dorms, along with twin XL bed sheets. These are some really pretty strawberry patterns in here. We've got the tomato garbage cans, those crack me up. So in here, see, we've got the twin XL. So those are $15 for the microfibers. And then we've got the Tommy Hilfigers, also twin XL on those. Some nice cozy bedding in here. These are $20. We've got some full queen quilts in here. That's a king size one back in there. The full queen. So the full queens, these up in here, these were all right about $50. And we have to take a look at the lamps. Can we play which one doesn't belong? So on those two top lamps, the lampshade on the right, the white one does belong with that one. The other one does not. I think I've talked with a couple of you just how people go in and change lampshades. Let's not. If you need or want something different on your lamp, you need to ask the store managers. I think these green lamps are absolutely beautiful. These are $60. They do sell, right here, you're gonna see lampshades. So if you want to purchase something different for your lamp, which, I mean, let's face it, sometimes we all do. We have something different in mind that we want that lamp to look like. That one has pretty scallops on it. We've got some floral. I just did that recently. I purchased a floor lamp that I loved, but I did not like the shade, so I shopped and found another shade. So this one is $35. These are beautiful with the flowers and the birds. But I'm noticing a little bit more in the Florida stores, I'm sorry about that there's some lampshade shenanigans going on. This pretty lamp, that one is $70. I'm just trying to find the ones that are new that we've not seen since we've been in last time. So these are Brooks Brothers. The thing that I think is cool about this, these lampshades are oblong, so they're not just a traditional circle. Those are $70. Those are pretty cool. We've got this little task lamp. One of you was talking about, kind of asking me like, what was I talking about when I was saying you can charge your phone? So that is a USB plug right on the back. So you can plug your phone charger right into that. And that way you just have less plugs hanging out. This metal lamp here, this one's really pretty. I don't think I've seen this one before. That one is $60. These are super fun with these colorful lampshades. Those are $50. See, here's another one. We had some lampshade shenanigans going on. This lampshade is way too big for that lamp. However, it is a gorgeous lampshade, and in my opinion, it would look beautiful on the base that's over here to the left. Maybe that was what was meant to be. I don't know. They did have a pretty big clearance selection. These are super cute. Laura Ashley's little strawberry lampshades. They're $30, and it's interesting because the bulb goes all the way down in the bottom. The lampshade is real tall. This one is $40 also. The bulb goes way down there in the bottom. And else have we seen? I don't know if we've seen this blue wicker one before. I know we've seen the natural colored ones. This one is $80. And this blue Thomasville, that matches that amazing green one that we saw an aisle back. This one is $60. I'm starting to see more furniture come back into the home goods stores. So as the patio furniture moves out, sofas and chairs are coming back in. We have seen this particular chair on repeat, so your store probably has it. They had a couple sofas, this same sofa in a few different kind of shades. So see here to the right, it's a lighter cream. And the left over there was this kind of like more beige. It's $1,000. They both had performance fabric. And they do have smaller area rugs. So if you need runners or 5x7s or 3x5s, they do have smaller ones, typically rolled up like this, kind of off to the side. We'll just look through here to just kind of price compare. I've got $80 for this one. That is a 5x7. They've got some genuine leather chairs over here, and I have seen these before. These are in a really pretty beige. They're $500. They swivel. I do like those a lot. I spy some Halloween. See, I told you it's going to start sneaking into the stores. So we've got the apple from Snow White. We've got Oogie Boogie, and we've got Jack Skellington. Those are salt and pepper shakers for $15. Then we've got Lilo and Stitch. We've got Stitch like a little cookie jar. Those are adorable. And then just like the beige ones that were up front, we have some, these are navy leather. They're super soft. This is a very generous sized chair. They still have these as part of the coastal collection. I have seen these in this orange, blue, and a creamy white. But you'll see there's more chairs stacked in here. We've got this green recliner. That is $500. I kind of like that it's round. $180. They've got this Nautica. The two side cabinets did open on that. I thought that was pretty neat. We've seen these chairs before. Again, these are very generous in size. So these are only $200. This cabinet back here, I've seen that one now at a few different stores. And then I definitely want to take a look at some of the artwork that's back in here. I will put the prices, you'll see those, as you're probably already seeing those pop up on the screen. Just something kind of different I'm testing out instead of zooming in on every single price tag. Figure we can just browse more, and then you'll see the prices right there on the screen. Really pretty coastals in here. I think I've said so many times before, the Florida stores have far more coastal than the Texas stores had. I do like the sea coral. That is really pretty. They do have some super fun florals in here also. Vibrant colors. I love these. And then they do have plenty of just these kind of like tone on tone, very neutral pieces. Home Goods has a pretty decent selection of artwork, but if you're looking for a really big variety of artwork, the Home Sense store, which is owned by Home Goods, if you have one of those, they have an art department probably 4 times this size. But the At Home store is another store that has a massive, massive art department. We've got a Monet knockoff here, or reprint. Got some coastal here with a big dock. And just a really pretty abstract in here. This is really pretty with all the little, it kind of looks like we've got a boat in there with some ducks. I've seen that little cottage piece a few times. This is a 2-pack. with the shells on here. I love this piece next to it. Reason being, I love a good picture frame, and this one has a nice chunky wood frame, and it's got a little bit of detail on the frame. Can you see that kind of like little design around there? I think that's pretty cool. We've got plenty of palm trees in here. Slide that one back over, and all the stores have the bathroom art with the different animals in the bathtubs. A few of the stores now I have seen these pieces. And we've got a Van Gogh piece over here. And we've got our tropical birds. I love this one. I think this is such a fun print. This one here, also very pretty. I could spend all day in the art department just walking around looking at all the artwork. We'll take a quick peek at bedding. Bedding is a little bit difficult to show just because things are kind of tucked in a little tighter, much like pillows. But we've got, let's see, $50. That's a really pretty tropical pattern on there with little bird of paradise on it. We've got some pretty solid pink here. Let's see, on this quilt, sorry, I can't get to the price on that one. That's also up on the top shelf. That's a little bit out of my reach. This one is pretty with the ruffles on it. Really nice soft blue. Let's see, we've got a full queen. That one is $80. This is a really fun pink quilt on there. These are king size in here. Been $50 on that one. Really pretty light pink. This one pulls a little bit on the mauve side. It's pretty though. It's so funny to think, so that one is $40. Some of the colors that I thought, you know, from our childhood, mauve being one that would like, we'd never see it again, and it's back. I love this one here with the little balls on the fringe. That's a full queen. That one was right about $80. This one is pretty. It's real delicate blue flowers. It's two-sided there, so it's got two different patterns. I love that option. That king set on there, that one looked like it was $60. Sorry about that. I cannot believe these are back in style. $8. They have all these little knit, quilted, covers for your tissue boxes. So again, for your college kiddos, these are your shower caddy bags. I found these kind of just in the back here. They're new. These are $17. We've got a couple different patterns on these. We've got some smaller ones, different patterns back here. But they had a pretty big variety, so if you're looking for things like that for move into college, that might be a good place to go to Home Goods. These chairs have been in here for some time now. $400 each. I expected these at some point to go on clearance just because I keep seeing that particular set in the store. We've got a lot of really good cabinets in here too for storage. I'm noticing there's a lot of bathroom cabinets. This little one with the baskets is $60. This one here has little ribbons, kind of little bows for the handles, and the top of it has marble on it. That's $150. This cabinet here is $100. This one's $100. So about $100, $150 is going to be your ballpark. I need one of these, so that is going home with me. It is $17. Okay, this cabinet, I love the color. However, oops, that's upside down. There was no, the other parts were inside of the cabinet. So just be aware if you see something like that, that needs to be flipped over. I couldn't find a price on that one. This one here is pretty neat. So if you haven't seen one of these stones before, they basically absorb water that splashes over on anything. So you can put that underneath your soap dishes or your hand pumps. It's a pretty cool thing to have. I did find a whole ton of appliances up here. So we've got some Brevels, we've got a lot of little coffee pots, glass kettles, all sorts of things in there. If you were watching my Pottery Barn video, you'll see that we saw an item just like this for double the price. Sorry, this one is 50. The one at Pottery Barn was 100. They look close. Obviously, we all know the difference, but I think this is a pretty good option. No shade to Pottery Barn. I absolutely love Pottery Barn. I do, but it's an investment. It's not a cheap store. So I love being able to come in here and find things that are, you know, kind of close to that look or can pull that look off. We've got some really fun little candles in here. These are all like 3 and 4 wicks. I got $7 here for this really pretty green taper holder. We'll just kind of peek around in the decorations. This is the part where I normally don't pick up too many things unless I'm sure I can kind of handle it by holding it with one hand. I love that frosted green color. There's blue in there also. I don't know what it is about these fish that the stores have right now, but I love these. They've got purple ones, green ones, white ones. Now we've got some seashell candles. We were seeing things just like this at Pottery Barn. This one is 15. Was that 15? $16? Sorry about that. This is a little bit on the heavy side. This one is $13. Lots and lots of coastal decor. I think these are pretty cool. These are iron taper holders, and they have them in a bunch of different sizes, so you can kind of like pair them together. So this one is $10. I'll kind of move it over here so you can see it a little bit better. So that's the shorter one. They've got the taller one. I think these are pretty neat. $15 for the taller one, and then these little round ones. Those are pretty cool also. Yeah, there's some other little taper holders in here. This one here, this is a big one back here. That'll hold 4, is that 4 or 6 candles? That one will hold. This one's $40. Then we've got some more iron and some brass up here. And then we've got wood ones also. That one's really pretty. That one's $10. Did find some clocks. These are new. I don't think I've seen these before. This one's interesting. It's on a tripod. Let me see if I can get a price on that one. That one is $180. Then we've got some other wall clocks over here. A little variety of designs. Let's see. This floral with the bird. That's really pretty. Let's see. $17 for that one. It's funny, every time I see the Marshalls tags, that throws me a little bit because I did not have Marshalls locations in Texas where I lived. We had just TJ Maxx, and we had Home Goods and the Home Sense store. So I think Marshalls is more kind of the East Coast. And I'm sure they are throughout the US, don't get me wrong. We just did not have them in the areas that I lived in. This one is $20. So we've got a lot of the marble pieces in here. Little bookends. Yeah, those are marble bookends right there. These are $15 for each one. So you have to buy both of those if you want both, or you could just get one. Is this a marble or is this wood? I think this is wood. This one is $17. This is a wood bowl. We got some more. Oh, I like this gray marble bowl in there. That's really pretty. And I think we're going to be back at, these are really, really pretty accent bowls in here also. I think we're going to get back to the Kirkland store. We need to see what's new there. One of you gave me a heads up that you got an email saying that the fall items are going to start to arrive. So I feel like we need to kind of see the last bit of summer here in the next like week or two, and pretty soon I feel like the stores are going to be a little more full swing in fall. So I want to kind of hang on to as much of that season as we can that we're in. See, here's those little fish, and those are in gold, but look at these. So these are wood, and they look like they don't look like, they are little birds, little wooden birds, and they look like they're walking on little river rocks. I think that is super sweet. So they have a few of those, and then they have this one. Those are neat. And then this, it looks like it's a whole bunch of like little fish swimming in a circle. And then we've got some the yellow ginger jar up there. We've got some other ceramics up here. There's some real pretty vases. Lots of pretty creams. And then in case you need a big ceramic poodle, they have it. I feel like every visit to the store, I come across something where I'm like, oh my goodness, where are we going to put this? So let me know in the comments, where are we putting this big ceramic poodle? We've got some gorgeous sea corals down there, but see, I'm obsessed with these fish. They're so pretty. That wood decorative piece with the metal also is pretty cool. I mean, I have nowhere to put one of those, but I just think they're super cool. And then again with the corals in here, we got some butterfly bookends. There's always just like a little bit of everything in these shelves in here. We've got some more of those birds in the carved wood. We've got some carved wood elephants also. Let's see what else we have. Really pretty jars over here. Let's see. Lots of pretty blues and whites over here. All sorts of little vases, containers, ginger jars. I love this green. There's some really pretty greens in here. And then for entertaining, they have, I love that they have these kind of pre-packaged, these are plastic, not paper, and they have them for a variety of different occasions. So you get the little salad plates, the dinner plates in there. Let's see what else we have in here. These look like some blank note cards. These are $5. I love note cards. Anyone else love sending note cards? Some really pretty storage boxes down here, and then plastic flatware in a variety of different, so this one is gold, there's silver, so if you're looking for something a little bit more than just plastic, like the clear plastic or white plastic. They still have a whole bunch of these little coastal pillows, these little sea turtles. These are super cute, and they're all beaded. That's a tiny version of there was a big version of that pillow at Pottery Barn the other day. Super pretty options in here. And then look at these little lamps over here. I thought this one here was super cute, $15. Even had the blue ribbon around the lampshade. This one is $30. Then all the other goodies, you know, that they have up here in kind of the exit aisle. And they do still have a little bit of 4th of July left. A lot of the stores are really kind of selling out on all the red, white, and blue decor. So you've got some napkins in here. These are really pretty. I do love that pattern. There's some plates in here. So there's a little bit left if you're still looking for some red, white, and blue. We've got little, I do like these plates. These are pretty. I love the scallops. Very cute. And then up on the exit row again, I wanted to point out they do have plenty of other patterns, not just for the 4th of July, but plenty of other really pretty little napkins if you're looking for something to just kind of Have something cute when you've got some company over, or even just for yourself. Why not? I love those. And with that, everyone, we are going to wrap up. We're going to head up to the checkout, pay for our things, and head home. And thank you so much for shopping with me, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you're all doing well today. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Be safe, everyone.